Hey guys, we're back with another Path of Exile video. In this video, we're going to go over how the Wildwood events can affect your maps and how to best utilize the Wildwood empowered wisps in order to get the most out of your currency and make the most out of your maps. So let's jump into it. In this video, we'll be covering how to use the Wildwood events to increase your profitability in your maps. If you're looking for how to actually run your events, I posted a video last week about this, which will be linked in a card in the corner of this video. A common misconception with the Wildwood events is the monsters that you kill in the Wildwood grant you the wisps. Now it seems like we're splitting hairs here, but killing the monsters themselves is not what actually grants you the wisps, it's what they drop when they die, and they're either going to drop vivid, wild, or primal wisps upon death depending on which they're infused with. Also, the paths that you follow while going towards your events are going to give you wisps as well. This is an important distinction to make because just killing the monsters and rushing through the event is not going to be enough. We all tend to have this mentality of rushing to try to get the map done to get to the next map. But with this particular league mechanic, it's better to take your time and try to get the most out of it because it does make a pretty drastic difference in the profitability of the map. Depending on the type of wisps you pick up, it will grant you different bonuses in your maps. Vivid will grant you item quantity bonus, Wild will grant you item rarity bonus, and Primal will grant you additional currency bonus. Most of the time you're going to want to prioritize picking up Wild, then Vivid, and finally Primal. The only time you would want to prioritize Vivid over Wild would be if you're working with a league mechanic that cares about quantity, like Harvest for example. This is all pretty much common knowledge if you've run a few Wildwood events. What might not be common knowledge is the quantity of wisps you acquire will make a big impact on your map's rewards. Not the quantity type wisp, but the actual amount of wisps you pick up. The sweet spot for wisps seems to be around 2,000. Any less than 2,000, I've noticed a pretty drastic difference in the profitability of the map. So if you notice once you finish your event, if you're under 2,000 total wisps, it's worth to backtrack a bit and see if there are any wisps on the ground that you might have missed. This ties back into taking a bit more time to drastically increase the profitability of your map. Most of you have juiced your maps with scarabs, sextants, and altars before, so you know that the general strat is to run straight to the boss, kill the boss, and then clear the rest of the map. One slight deviation of this is you're going to want to do the Wildwood event first before you go to the boss. Doing the Wildwood event first before the boss has the obvious effect of potentially infusing the boss with wisps, increasing the potential rewards, but it also allows you to pre-juice, quote unquote, the other rare mobs in the map that might either end up getting killed along the way to the boss to clear a path, or unintentionally if you're playing something like a minion build. Once you kill the boss, you're going to want to clear the rest of your map. Path around the map and look for any altars prior to doing any of the other major league mechanics that you might be running. Now sometimes you might be greeted with a large pack of monsters that's surrounding the altar and you can't click on it without dying, or maybe there's a harbinger there or something that's blocking the path, so you might have to clear that first. It's not going to make a huge difference, but try not to do any of the other major league mechanics that you're doing prior to grabbing all of your altars. The altars that you're going to want to prioritize are going to be the item quantity and item rarity altars. The main reason why we do the boss first and not the other way around is because we want to eliminate the map boss altar, leaving us only with player and minions altar. Generally, you're going to be picking the player option because that's the one that's going to give you the item quantity and item rarity. Now, there are some situations when you are going to want to choose the minion choice. The couple reasons for that would be if you're going to get the divination option, like divination cards have a chance to be duplicated, or if the player choice is something that's going to break your build. Like, for instance, if you're doing an elemental build and it's elemental reflect, or you're doing a projectile build and it's a random proj altar. Those are things you want to avoid, obviously, because it's going to break your build. But generally speaking, you're going to want to try to choose the item quantity and item rarity altars, as those are going to drastically increase the amount of items and quantity of items that your wisp-empowered monsters drop. The Wildwood mechanic, if done correctly, can generate a ridiculous amount of currency. Tenkei has a really good video going over an Atlas strat that makes the most out of the empowered wisps. So I'm not going to go into super deep detail on the strat or how to run it, but I'm just going to tell you to watch his video. It will be in the description of this video. Using his Atlas strat and just one Void Stone, I just recently got all 4 of my Void Stones. I got kind of a late start to the league. If you've been watching my videos, you would know that I tried to start doing a group play that didn't pan out, so I got kind of a late start to the league and having to reroll my character, but that's neither here nor there. But anyways, with just one Void Stone, I was able to generate a lot of currency. In about 10 maps, I made about 35 divines. I got a Hina Chorus Lock, I got a Voidborn Reliquary Key, I got a ton of currency in maps, and I got a few raw divine drops. So to sum things up, the league mechanic is absolutely cracked. If you're not running it, you should 100% be running it in every single one of your maps. The fact that it's just given to you without you having to invest any kind of consumables or currency to get it is insane. It's just free juice for your maps with you not having to do anything for it. So while you're running your event, you want to try to get around 2k wisps. You want to try to prioritize purple, yellow, and then blue wisps. Unless you care about quant, like you're doing harvest, then you want to switch the yellow and purple around in their priority. An interesting consequence to most people in the league using the empowered Wisp Strat is that other popular league mechanics have lost their popularity. As of making this video, yellow juice for harvest is going for around 3,100 per divine, red juice for 3,200, and blue is the most expensive, going for around 3,800. So if you don't like the Abyss powered strat, there's definitely money to be made in harvest, as not a lot of people seem to be doing it, so prices have gone up. Thank you so much for watching. We're getting very close to 2,000 subscribers, and it would be really awesome if we could hit it. So if you enjoyed the video, please consider liking and subscribing, as it does really help with the YouTube algorithm. Until next time, have a great day/night.